I've been thinking quite a bit recently about whether I've got things wrong with this career break of mine because I've basically spent most of it doing one thing that I never thought I would be doing. Um, I thought I'd be spending time reading, doing photography, walking. Um, Instead, I've been in the swimming pool 3 times a week. Um, and that's taken a lot of time. I decided to take the career break opportunity, um, and knew that I was going to be doing some running training, and then Alfie did his Ironman. That's inspired me. That was a week or so before I finished for the career break, and things have just snowballed from there. Um, I mean, the real blessing I've had is that I've used a lot of time in these 6 months to have more connection with all three of my kids in different ways at different stages. Being around more for when the younger two are getting back from school, helping my eldest with his plans for what comes next in life. That's been brilliant. That's been an absolute blessing, and I wouldn't change anything about the amount of time I've done with that. I've also had a really what I wanted to do was use the time to reflect on where I wanted to go next with my professional life. And again, I feel a good amount of clarity about that. I'm looking forward to the next stages, and that's been a good thing. But then the unexpected thing has been taking myself from being a non-swimmer to someone who is a competent-ish swimmer. But was that the wrong decision? I'm trying to look at it more in terms of what it's reminded me or taught me about myself. I think looking back at the things that I've perhaps recognise with work life where it was beginning to become more stressful over the 20 or so years of my professional life is when I'm juggling multiple things. But actually, I do well, like I think a lot of people do, when I've got the fewer things to focus on. And I guess I've learnt that it's not just a professional thing, it's recognising this is a feature of me and who I am. I don't relax by doing lots of little things. I still do well by having the one thing to focus on, the one project, and taking that depth of process to one thing has actually been something that's given me a real sense of achievement. I'm really proud of actually how it's gone. Um, I didn't probably wouldn't have expected to have got to this point right at the start. I probably would have expected that I'd have stopped, if I'm honest. Um, but I have done something completely new, completely different from professional life. And so even if this doesn't lead on to what I hope it does, the Ironman 2028, which I do still believe I can go for, despite my moments of doubt. Um, this was the right thing to do. I'm glad I've done it. Um, it's taught me something about myself, has taught me a basic life skill, given me something to be proud of, and yeah, it's been a good thing. So I have my doubts at times, but I'm glad I've done it. If you like that video and want to hear more about my story over the coming years, please make sure that you hit subscribe on the channel so that the videos will always appear in your feed.